definitely set by the offensive team.
And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. First down, here's Cousins. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. First offensive series forthcoming. Deshaun Jackson, wide receiver that certainly needs no introduction in this league.
He's truly one of those don't blink guys, because as soon as you do, he's past you and in the end zone and doesn't mind letting you know about it too.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. The first carry down for Rob Kelly. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. And let's take a look at the defensive starters for Kansas City.
Dontari Poe emerged on the scene fast as a young player and continues to make big plays at defensive tackle.
Let's see if the defense tries any pressure here on 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Cousins. Open man, it's Vernon Davis. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Allen Bailey able to drop him for a loss of 4. And a long way to go for the offense here on 2nd down. 2nd down, Cousins. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And he is out of bounds, just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Here's the first carry for Matt Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Throwing, Cousins. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
All right, here we go.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. Oh, he pulls over it. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed from 13 yards out. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. And certainly a key cog in this offensive wheel is Jeremy Maclin.
You've just got to find ways to get him the ball, whether you put him in the slot or put him out on the perimeter.
Second and 10, Smith again. He's going to try and go deep again. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for KC. 46 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Trent Murphy from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Under a minute to go, clock running in a back-and-forth first quarter of play. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. They come up in a 2 tight end look here. Now a direct snap. It's Jamal Charles. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. And again here, we'll see the Wildcat.
Come on, let's go!
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. So now a 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary, a nickel look. They'll look to throw here. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Jamal Charles with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And
don't make me beg, don't make me wait. I need a hold in the darkness of the night. And when I stray, show me my place. You are my shelter, baby, let me feel your light. This aching pain when you're away.
I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got 2 quarterbacks in impact. It's Smith's Chiefs going up against Cousins' Redskins.
Football straight ahead. We've got a good one on tap here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Washington Redskins. Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Thompson. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Starting 11 here for the offense. It's going to take some snaps here in a second. Wide receiver Pierre Garçon, always been a very good force in this league.
I agree with you totally on that. Even as a youngster, played with a fury, played with force, continues to do that now as a veteran, and knows how to mentor the younger guys.
Again, a run with Thompson. And some room to roam now. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Every now and then when we see a really good run, we really tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen. What the offensive line did, what the receivers did to help. Sometimes the running back's pretty good too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of good yardage and made it happen with great effort.
And now a peek at the starters on the defensive side. Throwing is Cousins. This one complete to Jordan Reed. For Jordan Reed, Charles, still waiting for him to play a full complement of games. You know, through 4 seasons, he hasn't completed a full NFL schedule, but he's right up there in the argument for best tight end in the league.
He certainly is, and I don't think he can get a bigger compliment than I'm hearing from my friends in the scouting community, who have all told me that those teams that are in the market for tight ends, when they're scouting now, they're all trying to find guys who have Jordan Reed characteristics. And I'm talking about route running, run after the catch, the ability to create and make bigger plays.
Again, it's Cousins. And he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. 11 yards for number 11.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
From the red zone now, Cousins. Caught right side, Davis. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
How about the timing on that one? Well, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Cousins, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Kirk Cousins taking it in. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. So they're going to go for 2. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's good, and the Redskins take a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now a play fake here on first down. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. And here's a look at the starting offense. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Third and long, it's Smith. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So here's Dustin Colquitt now to punt this away for the Chiefs. That's taken it around the 40. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Redskins will take possession with a 1st and 10. This is the first carry for Rob Kelly. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line.
It's like a good novel, man. From undrafted free agent to leading rusher for his team, the Rob Kelly story in 2016.
You're right. Matt Jones had 460. He led it by a wide margin, did Kelly, 704. The question I have for you, what do you see from Fat Rob now going forward?
I think that he can be the lead runner for them because he does an excellent job in pass protection, a skill not many backs have. Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now let's go.
Slot man moves right.
3-19.
Now Cousins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And some room to work. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A big play there on the screen pass. 37 yards.
What really hurts defenses on screen passes is that they eat up one of their levels right away. Because, you know, most defenses, 3 levels. D-line, linebacker, secondary. But on a screen pass, you're inviting the defensive line to get past them. And you throw the ball over their heads. And now there's just 2 levels left to try and stop big guys out in front of a guy running with the football.
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, here we go. Watch it now.
They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And tough starting field position here. Now some love it, some hate it. Here it is. It's the Wildcat look.
Come on, let's go!
And some room to maneuver. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and they ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
They go play action here on first down. And they win big on first down. Proves unfruitful. And on second, now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Now Smith. He's going to go up top again. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Spencer Ware, the intended target, and that brings up fourth down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the second time.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they...
Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. One man in the backfield, that's Jones. And they'll give it to him here. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Second and very short here, less than a yard.
Here we go now.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Again, it's Jones. He cuts left sideline to the crease there. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Matt Jones, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They come out here in the eye. They'll start the drive with Jamal Charles. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Really tough drive, but that run help salvage something there, because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. A 1st down carry here for Charles. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play. There are certain words that sometimes we overuse, but there's one that's really welcome on a player's resume, and that's the word breakout. And I thought Travis Kelce was one of the breakout stars of 2016 in the NFL. What a season he had with Kansas City.
Over 1,100 yards. Now, to put that into perspective with everybody else that was catching the football for them, the next closest had 593 for the Chiefs. So, breakout year indeed.
And for me, it's how he did it, because he did it in a variety of ways. Whether he's an inline tight end, a guy who could split out and really become a wide receiver, and then when he caught the ball, he ran like he was a running back.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Jamal Charles, 43 yards. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
The drive starts with Rob Kelly. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
So we've got a 2nd and 5.
Now let's go. Green 39.
They'll bring
Green
a tight end
39.
in motion left. Cousins now on 2nd down. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
No gain on the play there, second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now Jones. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Well, this is caught by Jackson. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in second and manageable.
Second down, Cousins. And Reed with it over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
Cousins now. This will be caught at about the 5. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. From the 2-yard line now, it's 1st and goal. They run with it. It's Kelly. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Kelly to try to punch it in. Stays on his feet. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Another shot here from the 2 as they come up on 3rd and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. Cousins on 3rd and 2. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And now here comes Kansas City. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
The final shot here before break. Smith. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Well, you mind if we go off topic for a second?
No, let's go.
I like to do that randomly. AFC playoff contenders for this year that didn't make it last season. Who do you have that might get in?
Well, I think Cincinnati's got to be considered there. Maybe they'd have an offseason that's calm, and they go into this season and try and get back to the playoffs where they've been perennials. How about Denver?
Yeah.
Remember last year, they didn't have the quarterback to start. Trevor Siemian played pretty well overall, but maybe they can get solidified there and ride that strong defense right back into the playoffs. I'm going to give you a couple a little bit off the pace. Indianapolis cannot afford to squander Andrew Luck, one of the better young quarterbacks in the game. They've got to get back to the playoffs. And Buffalo, brand new head coach, brand new people running the ball club. Let's see if they can figure it out, because I think defensively they can be awfully strong.
So it'll be first down here after the run. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package.
Here we go.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Let's go. 1, 9, 5.
And a gadget package there won't do much for him. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
And he's got room. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
And he's brought down. Give him 11 on the gain there. And it'll give the Chiefs a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And the quarterback is actually split out wide there in the Wildcat.
Here we go. 38.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
Let's go. 1, 9.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third.
Let's go. 38.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So now we look at the Redskins offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
5 receivers in the game, 4 of them to the left side. Throwing, looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Following the penalty, here's Charles. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a pickup of 6, and that is going to do it for this third quarter.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Again, it's Charles. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
And it's complete to Kelsey. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. They come up in an offset eye. On second down, Jamal Charles. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. That second down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And the offense inside the 5 here at the 4. It's 1st and goal. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
They'll try the air now with Smith. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
They'll let Charles try and get him in. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, it's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are, right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned. They have to go for it here. Field goal does you almost no good as time's running out in the game. If you want to win, you have to be aggressive here.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Now let's go. Green,
And the big
39.
tight end shifting around. They'll start on the ground with Kelly. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Here we go now.
In motion
39,
right comes Jackson.
39.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Jackson, the man in motion left. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. Out of his end zone, Cousins. Out to the left here to Reed. And he's only able to get it to right around the 3. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance. Back near the goal line, Cousins. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Here's Tressway now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They come out here in the eye. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now they're in the hurry-up.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start, right?
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Trent Murphy in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Well, it's apparent that these guys are getting after it right from the opening kickoff. They roll right downfield and score on their first possession. And here on defense, back-to-back sacks. Someone is ready to play.
looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw. And he's got the hook up for the first time with a veteran, Jeremy Maclin. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now down by 5. They've got to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Redskins are going to win the football game. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They have the lead, still a 1-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off, and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened. And am I seeing this correctly? They brought out the field goal team here on 1st down. This will be from 56 yards out. And off the crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or 2, but it's no good as it stands. And this score will stay right where it is. So points so crucial in a tight game like this, but this kick off the goalpost, and that'll keep the score right where it is.
Yeah, it wouldn't have made this a 2-score game, but any cushion this late definitely would have helped. Now they need to ask their defense for another stop, and that's going to require some work.
They'll look to throw. That's complete to Chris Conley. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. It's a gain of 21 that time. Good enough for a Kansas City 1st down. Back to throw. Surveying the field. Conley's got it over the middle. They get 25 yards out of that one. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. He'll look to throw. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow. Well, we've seen some lead changes, and it certainly appeared that one of these squads was in full control of the game, but that's not the case after that touchdown.
Yeah, they erase a 2 TD deficit here to grab the lead. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. They'll again try for 2, this time from the 7. Here's Smith looking to throw. And this is caught. Jeremy Maclin. And no, it's incomplete. So they can't convert for 2, but they still have the lead as we get toward the end of the 4th. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Marshall now, the return. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Fresh set of downs here. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation showed for the defense, and they were able to bat it away.
And some real confusion here. They won't even get to the line. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Back to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
So now it all comes down to Dustin Hopkins. He missed his only attempt earlier. This time he's going for the win. And his kick here is good. And they have regained the lead. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Redskins as we say so long from FedEx Field.
Just a bunch of poor boys, daddy's girls, children of the cornfield, trying to turn a shift job into a dollar bill. We wear the muddy boots, stay true to how we're raised. Ain't nothing about us fake. You know we're straight out of that dirty south, dirty roads. Nobody got no money, got them signed up pickup trucks, whistling at them from the country. Yes, sir. You know we're straight out of that long week working now. Everybody wanna party all night long, bonfire on the back 40 in the middle of nowhere. Nobody going home tonight till we're straight out of moonlight, straight out of moonlight. Yeah. Just a bunch of John Deere junkies getting funky to some old hang. Nothing been stuck in the mud that we can't hook up to a rusty chain in the sun or in the rain. Yeah, it's the kind of thing. You know we're straight out of that dirty south, dirty roads. Nobody got no money, got them signed up pickup trucks, whistling at them from the country. Yes, sir. You know we're straight out of that long week working now. Everybody wanna party all night.
I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. In Smith's Chiefs going up against Cousins' Redskins. With that, let's send you up to Landover, where we say hello to our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Washington Redskins. Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Room here to run. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now Kelly on the toss. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Kelly. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue line.
On third down, Cousins. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They had what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Yeah, just couldn't hang on to the slant. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. They'll need to get the play off quickly. And the play clock about to expire. Andy Reid notices it and takes a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining. On the ground, it's the first carry here for Jamal Charles. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
3 yards to go on 2nd down. Smith now to throw. Steps away to his left. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
On first down, it's Smith. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. The big fella. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. A guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this is caught in the end zone. So how about that for a statement? They get 2 instead of 1 on the fake, and it's an 8-0 ball game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. Play fake here on first down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. And a look at this offensive unit now, and you see who we have highlighted, partner.
Jamal Charles, one of the most exciting, productive running backs in the NFL.
They come out here in the eye. 2nd and 10, Smith again. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. And now a look at the Washington defense.
Ryan Kerrigan is an example of bringing the best of you from college to the NFL and remaking your game. Terrific guy causing fumbles at Purdue, has done the exact same thing in the NFL, then lost weight and became an absolute terror rushing the passer.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Cuts back, left sideline. Oh, shifty. Whoa. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. 59 yards on the ground. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package.
Come on, let's go!
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 5 at the 4. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Let's go!
So now 3rd and goal. Will the defense bring... And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Spencer Ware, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are a 2-point conversion away from tying this thing up. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. He's got it, so they take just the 1 here, and that makes it an 8-7 game in the first. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Very short. Now a hit and a loose football. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And there's so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
He's going to let it go again. This is intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They take over 1st and 10 following the interception. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle.
That was a really nice play to be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
He filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully...
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz caught and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And now the passing game here in the second quarter is starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now's a play call.
Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed, 35 yards. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that? What was that?
Maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
And now here comes Kansas City. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I'm here, my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trent Murphy coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down for a loss of 5. On second down, here's Smith. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
They are going for it. It's Smith. Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting him to shreds.
And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be a second down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3. On play action, Cousins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. They come out here in the eye. Smith going to turn and give to Charles. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that a defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, that's 2 guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the way to allow for that nice run.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And the D looking like they may blitz. And that formation won't yield much here as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And again here, we'll see the Wildcat.
Here we go.
They find some open field here. And he lost the football. Charles loses it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. And if Kansas City wants to make a push toward the Super Bowl next year, they need Justin Houston healthy for more than 5 games. He had 4 sacks in those 5 games last year, but he's a big piece.
He's a guy who in past years has gotten as many as 22 sacks in a season. So we know the pass rush ability is there. And just think of it this way. When we were kids in college football, they always said you could never have enough running backs. In the NFL, you can never have enough pass rushers. Put him with Tom Bahali and D Ford and look out.
3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. 3rd and long for Cousins. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And now here comes Kansas City. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
After the interception, here's Smith. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they'll have excellent field position to begin this drive as he's all the way up to midfield at the 50. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down. Every game plan meeting I ever sat in as a player, 3 and out was emphasized like crazy because obviously I play defense, so get off the field, win 3rd down. They did, but let's be honest about it. They had some help on that.
They had some help indeed on that drop. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
And this is a spot where you have your offense stay out there to get those few inches. It's too long for a field goal. It's not worth punting. So this is the right decision as far as I'm concerned. And they wind up picking up the first down.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They'll keep it on the ground, this time with Charles. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it. And that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
They'll keep it on the ground with Charles again. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Let's go. One,
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
I love when a play results in a game that I can actually kind of fall back on one of my favorite adages, and that is anytime there's a run over 10 yards, it means that the offensive line did its job, but you know who else did? The wide receivers. Because the first 7 yards...
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Jamal Charles scampering home from 19 yards out, and the Chiefs have taken the lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll get into the end zone, so that pushes the lead up to 4. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. And it's picked up by the Chiefs.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there. Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they'll try to pile on. They come out here in the eye. Smith will hand it off here to Charles. And he'll take this one down near the 15. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll hand it off. This is Charles. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. As they've done all day, they run with Charles. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Jamal Charles with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. And all the Chiefs have it. Well, they just scored, they got the lead, and they decide to keep their foot on the accelerator, so to speak.
Scouting. They had to have seen something in their preparation for this game that told them in this situation, if they get the look they like, let's go ahead and go for it anyway. They like being bold.
They go play action here on first down. Looking for Macklin, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran corner, D'Angelo Hall. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll come out in the pistol. Following the interception, Cousins. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Cousins got a man, and he hits him in stride. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Final minute now of the third quarter. Now a second down throw for Cousins. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Washington. Pierre Garçon, 66 yards. And the Redskins have made this a one-score game.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. 2nd and 10, Smith again. Trying to lay one up deep. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on 3rd down. They come out here in the eye. Back to throw, Smith. And that's incomplete. They were trying to get it into Kelsey that time, and it's 4th down.
The days of knowing your assignment, dropping to it, and calling it a day, that's over with. Because now, when you drop into a zone, especially as a defensive back, you're seeing the play in front of you. So if a man wanders into your area, guess what? Now it goes from zone to man-to-man coverage in many cases. And on this particular play, able to see the play in front of him, react to it, and knock the ball away. Gotta like what you just saw there, if you like zone defense.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Charles the lone setback. Throwing is Smith. He's going to air one out. And they went big on 1st down. Proves unfruitful. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the 2nd half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield?
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
First down. Here's Cousins. Finding time. Caught left side. Garcon. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Cousins now. That's caught at the 2. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jamison Crowder, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Redskins have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. And a Wildcat formation here.
Let's go.
On the direct snap, Charles. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. That changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game. And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
After the run, Smith going to throw. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here's Charles. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 12 yards is the pickup there. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Time starting to run out here in the 4th. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to look deep down. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got...
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Getting late in the fourth now, Charles. 2-minute warning just around the corner.
Yeah, some teams just want to get to that spot, take a breath, and then come out and attack for the rest of the game.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. On second down, it's Jones. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. And this defense looks for one more stop here on third after the run. It's a 4-receiver look to the right side. Throwing, Cousins. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. And I don't quite know what's happening here. It's a first down, but the field goal team is out onto the field. And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good. And this score will stay right where it is. I guess I got to hand it to him. That was ambitious.
Well, that's one way to put it.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Charles, the low setback. And he'll get it up the middle. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. He's back to throw. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. The veteran Jeremy Maclin was the intended target. And now it's second down.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
That's such a close game, a very big one. So a 3rd and 9, and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game. Although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
And they'll try to close it out now. Well, he does have a good leg. I'll give him that. But not that good.
Not by a long shot.
Yet again, here's a wildcat look.
Let's go.
Now a direct snap. It's Jamal Charles. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now he'll spike it here with 20 seconds to go on the clock. A dime look defensively. Big play coming on 3rd and goal.
They can still blitz out of this look.
He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good, but there is a penalty marker down. They might be forced to try this one again. All right, so this one's now back within a field goal, and if anybody tells you they see how this one's going to end, I'd have to say they're probably lying, Charles.
And this game's had more twists and turns than a good mystery novel, and I have a feeling we've got a few more twists and turns in store for us before they shake hands here.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Nothing between these two teams for 4 quarters. Here we go to begin overtime. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. They come up in an offset eye. On the counter, it's Charles. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. The veteran corner, D'Angelo Hall, up to make the tackle. And they're going to speed things up here.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
First throw here in overtime for Smith. Buying time to his left. It's Hill, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very solid gain of 27. And when he started rolling left there as a right-handed quarterback, I thought, boy, this third down play is going nowhere. But Credit to him, able to pick up the first.
And all you righties who are watching the game at home, get out of your chair, get off the couch, move to your left, and then rifle one. He may leave a hole in the wall, as you'll have to explain later, but you'll see how difficult that throw actually was.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.